Elena, 29, strides confidently down a sun-drenched Austin street, phone pressed to her ear. A picture of professional poise. Sunlight glints off the glass towers lining the street, reflecting Elena's ambition back at her. Her sharp, tailored suit cuts a striking figure against the casual backdrop of the bustling city. Each step is measured, each gesture precise, showcasing her control even amidst the urban chaos. The city hums around her, a vibrant symphony of car horns and distant chatter, yet she remains unfazed. This Austin street, bathed in sunlight, is the stage for Elena's daily performance of power and grace. In the soft glow of her cozy apartment, Elena idly scrolls through social media, a picture of casual relaxation. The neat, orderly space reflects Elena's organized lifestyle, every item perfectly in its place. The warm lighting casts a gentle ambiance, creating an inviting and tranquil atmosphere. Lost in her digital world, Elena embodies a serene moment of solitude and quiet contentment. In the quiet darkness of her room, Elena sleeps peacefully, her face serene in the dim light. Her phone rests silently on the nightstand, a dark rectangle beside her. Suddenly, the phone screen flares to life, casting a soft, ethereal glow across the room. The sudden light etches the room with shadows, highlighting the silent tension of the unseen notification. The glowing screen pulses, a silent messenger in the still of the night, promising disruption. Elena bolts awake, the cold blue light of her phone screen painting her face in an eerie glow. Her eyes widen in disbelief as she sees her own number flashing on the screen, an incoming call from herself. Hesitation flickers across her face, a storm of confusion and dread brewing within her. Her hand trembles as she reaches out, her fingers hovering over the answer button. She answers. A chilling silence fills the line, amplifying the suffocating tension in the room. Slow, measured breathing echoes faintly, as if a ghost is on the other end, sending shivers down her spine. Morning light streams into Elena's apartment as she stares intently at her phone screen, a storm brewing in her eyes. She scrolls through the call logs, her brow furrowing in confusion, a silent question hanging in the air. The screen remains blank, devoid of the call she remembers making, and a chill crawls up her spine. Elena shakes her head, a futile attempt to dismiss the growing unease that threatens to engulf her. Her expression is one of deep unsettlement, as if the very walls of her apartment are closing in. A flicker of fear dances in her eyes, a silent scream trapped within the confines of her mind. Elena opens an email on her laptop, the glow of the screen illuminating her curious face. The sender is unknown, casting a shadow of mystery over the digital message. Her eyes widen in disbelief as she sees the attachment, a photo of her own bedroom. The camera angle is from her nightstand, an intimate violation of her private space. A wave of cold, stark fear washes over Elena, gripping her heart with icy fingers. Her hands begin to tremble slightly, betraying the growing dread that consumes her. Sunlight floods the bustling coffee shop as Elena and Sarah meet. Elena slides a photograph across the table, a silent prelude to concern. Sarah picks up the photo, her casual expression fading into worried contemplation. Elena, this is worrying. You should contact the police, Sarah urges, her voice laced with concern. Sunlight paints stripes across the police station as Elena clutches a worn photo, her brow furrowed with worry and confusion. She gestures towards the photograph, her voice laced with apprehension. I don't understand who would be doing this or why. The detective leans in, his gaze intent, absorbing every detail of Elena's unsettling account. It could be a hacker, the detective suggests, his tone grave as he offers advice. Use strong, unique passwords for each account, he urges, the weight of unseen digital threats hanging in the air. Under the dim light, Elena swiftly replaces the cylinder lock, her hands betraying a hint of desperation. Methodically, she wipes down her phone, erasing digital footprints with practiced efficiency. The microfiber cloth moves over her laptop, each swipe a silent attempt to vanish from the digital world. Her eyes dart around the room, shadows dancing in her anxious gaze, as if expecting a sudden intrusion. Every creak of the floorboards, every whisper of the wind seems to amplify her growing unease. Elena pauses, listening intently, the silence amplifying the frantic beat of her own heart. Bathed in the gentle light, Elena sits on the couch, a picture of serene solitude disturbed only by the city's distant hum. Suddenly, the phone buzzes, its light momentarily illuminating her face, and a shadow of unease flickers across her eyes. Another photo appears on the screen, a chilling image of her, caught unaware in her own apartment. Panic surges as she stares at the screen, her breath catching in her throat. Frantically, she swipes at the screen, desperately trying to erase the violation. The soft glow of the lamp now feels menacing, the silence of the apartment amplifying her rising fear. Bathed in moonlight, Elena sleeps peacefully, unaware of the unseen eyes watching her from the shadows. The shrill buzz of her phone shatters the stillness, jolting her awake with a start. Trembling, Elena snatches up her phone, her eyes widening in disbelief and dawning horror. On the screen, a chilling image, a photo of Elena sleeping, taken just moments before. A wave of pure, unadulterated terror washes over her as the reality of her situation sinks in. Elena's apartment is consumed by darkness, her figure barely visible against the shadows. Elena sits frozen, her eyes glued to the screen of her phone, an eerie stillness in the air. The phone buzzes urgently, casting a pale light across her face, revealing a flicker of fear. Her own number flashes ominously on the screen, a chilling mystery unfolding. Instead of answering, Elena's finger hovers over the record button, a tense decision in the making. The red record icon glows, capturing the silence and the unknown threat. At the police station, Elena sets an audio recording on the detective's desk, its secrets poised to unravel. Two police officers lean forward, their expressions serious as the audio fills the room, each note scrutinized. Knowing glances pass between them as they begin their analysis, the low hum of computers filling the air. The older officer adjusts levels, comparing breathing patterns, seeking truth within the sound. Inside the bustling police station, investigators are engrossed in their computer screens, fingers dancing across keyboards. Lines of code cascade down the monitors as they meticulously trace the phone's activity, hunting for a digital ghost. A sudden sharp intake of breath ripples through the room, a silent wave of realization washing over the team. Elena's SIM card was cloned months earlier, a revelation that hangs heavy in the air, casting a dark shadow on the investigation. Muffled city sounds penetrate the sterile police station. Harsh fluorescent lights illuminate the interrogation room. Detective stands opposite Elena, a table laden with papers separating them. Detective leans forward, his expression grave as he delivers unsettling news. Elena, we've been investigating the cyber attack, Detective says, his voice heavy with implication. Your ex-boyfriend, Mark, is our prime suspect. He is a cybersecurity technician. Outside Mark's apartment, the day is shattered by the arrival of grim-faced police officers. A wave of tension sweeps over the scene as they prepare to storm the building. Each officer's face is a mask of determination, their eyes fixed on the entrance. The silence before the storm is palpable, broken only by the officers' heavy breaths. They move with practiced precision, a unified force ready to breach the door. The air crackles with anticipation as they prepare to confront whatever lies within. Inside Mark's disheveled apartment, a digital trail leads the police to a hidden cache on his computer. A folder labeled Elena Rivera surfaces, promising a breakthrough in the unfolding mystery. Screenshots and recordings flood the screen, each a fragment of Elena's life pieced together. Video clips reveal a deeper obsession, pulling the investigators further into Mark's dark world. Sunlight paints the disheveled apartment as police officers swarm the scene, their dark uniforms stark against the morning light. Each movement is precise and methodical, their presence a silent accusation within Mark's private space. An officer kneels, his focus intense as he investigates a dusty bookshelf, hidden secrets about to be revealed. From behind a stack of aged books, he unearths a small, unassuming routing device. Its discovery a pivotal moment. The device emerges, a silent piece of the puzzle, hinting at hidden pathways and clandestine activities. In the darkness of Elena's apartment, a shadowy figure lurks just outside her bedroom door. Dim light casts long, distorted shadows that stretch ominously along the hallway wall. The figure presses a listening device tightly against their ear, intent and still. The only sound, faint and haunting, is the sound of labored breathing from the recording. OS. Breathing from the recording is heard, the narrator whispers. The distorted shadows deepen, hinting at the secrets and dangers hidden within. Under harsh interrogation lights, Mark sits, a fortress of silence built around him. His gaze is distant, lost in a place the detective can't reach. The detective watches, trying to read the icy stillness on Mark's face. An unreadable mask conceals the turmoil within, a silent defiance. Sunlight fills Elena's bare apartment, illuminating dust motes as she packs, each movement heavy with unspoken sorrow. Cardboard boxes become silent witnesses to a life being dismantled. Each item packed a memory sealed away. The sparsely furnished room echoes with emptiness, reflecting Elena's haunted gaze as she scans her surroundings. Her eyes dart around, searching for something irretrievable amidst the stark reality of her departure. Vulnerable, Elena confronts the finality of leaving, the sunlight casting long shadows on her weary face. On the sun-drenched highway, Elena grips the steering wheel, her silhouette a stark figure against the endless road. The car speeds away from Austin, each mile a marker of a life left behind. The city shrinking in the rearview mirror. Dust swirls in the wake of Elena's car, a tangible representation of memories fading into the horizon. The vast expanse of the highway mirrors the uncertainty and the freedom of Elena's journey. Elena's determined gaze is fixed on the road ahead, a symbol of hope and the promise of a new beginning. Months later, in a sparsely furnished apartment, Elena sits alone, the silence broken only by her thoughts. A landline phone sits on a small table, an archaic beacon in the modern world. She pointedly avoids her smartphone, a symbol of disconnection in her determined grip. Elena picks up the receiver, a deep breath preceding her unknown call. In a sterile, brightly lit room, Elena sits, her weariness a stark contrast to her resolute posture. The unseen interviewer looms, the silence amplifying the tension in the air. Elena's eyes reflect a haunting past, a battle fought in the digital shadows. You can lock your doors. You can change your number, Elena says, her voice steady despite the strain. But you can't lock your signal? She finishes, a chilling truth hanging in the sterile air. Elena walks through a sun-drenched field, tall grass swaying like waves around her, the distant city fading from view. Peace settles over her, a balm to past wounds, as she breathes in the fresh, untainted air of the countryside. But beneath the tranquility, a flicker of caution dances in her eyes, a shadow of experiences. The rural landscape embraces her, yet her senses remain alert, a silent promise to guard her newfound serenity.